Welcome to the Choristers. Welcome to the Choristers Lounge. Welcome to the Choristers Lounge. Come on in and sit on down. Listen as we break it down. From hymns above to songs I knew, sharing the things important to you. Come on in and sit on down. Listen as we break it down. The Choristers at the Choristers Lounge.
Hello, Choristers Lounge family, and welcome to another episode of our podcast. We are so thankful and glad that you've joined us again here in the second season of content here in the Choristers Lounge. You all know the drill. Just thank you all for continuing to be part of the journey. For those of you that have subscribed to our YouTube channel, we say thank you. For those of you that have not done so just yet, we thank you for continuing just to follow us in whatever way that you are following us, but we are asking if you can do so, just subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can formally attach yourself to this wonderful initiative and this wonderful podcast that we have going on. Of course, my name is Brother Matthew Caldwell, always joined here by the engine that makes this whole podcast go, Brother Blake Housen, who's always behind the screen, kind of orchestrating this whole thing. Those of you that are listening on some of the various podcast channels, whether that's Spotify or Apple Music or however you're getting your podcast, thank you for doing that as well. I just thank you for continuing to put your eyes and ears to this wonderful Choristers Lounge that we have going on here. Today, I am honored and humbled, frankly, to welcome one of the most seasoned singers, one of the most seasoned active singers in the Union Choir organization. She has been on the wall for a long time, hasn't got tired yet, and can still be found in her seat every time the doors of the tabernacle are open. So without further ado, I present to some and introduce to others the one and only living legend, Saint Ruth Roberts. All hail and welcome, Saint Ruth. We are so glad and honored to welcome you into the Choristers Lounge.
All hail, and I thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we're just going to jump right in, St. Ruth. So as one of our most seasoned and experienced singers, I just kind of want to start by just opening the floor to you just in terms of some of your earliest memories of becoming a part of the choir. What do you recall in terms of some of the early years of your time in the choir? How is it that you became a choir member? Was there anything that you had to, or any steps that you kind of had to take to join the choir? So I just kind of open the floor to you, however you want to answer that question. What can you tell us about your early years as a choir member?
Well, my early years as a choir member, I joined the choir when I was 9 years old. And naturally, I came from a small tabernacle in Parsonsburg/Salisbury, Maryland.
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, there were, quite not too many people. So they utilized the children, and I was picked by Elder James W. Mary,
All right.
our first pastor. And I was put in the choir, and we were fortunate enough to have as I think he was a district chorister, Brother Elam, Jasper Elam.
Yes, ma'am.
He was the one that would always come to Parsonsburg. However, he lived in Canaanland.
Mm-hmm.
Came to Parsonsburg and would stay about a month. And he would have choir rehearsal on Tuesday nights. And the audition song that each person had to perform was "I Love Thy Church, O God."
Yes, ma'am.
And he taught me how to sing my voice, which is alto,
Yes, ma'am.
but I could perform it without any other rhythm. Nobody else to accompany me.
Yes, ma'am.
So I performed this back in, I think it was 1975, somewhere around there. At the Passover, I represented Mount Vernon, you know,
Yes, ma'am.
on Singers Day. And that's how I know how to sing. I could
Yes, right.
sing without you.
I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There's a phrase that I love. Every tub must stand on its own bottom. You certainly are able to
On
hold your own
bottom.
and have been holding your own for years. So I just want to circle back just a little bit. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Jasper Elam was one of those four chief singers, and I think they were assigned like as district officers. They had different regions
Yes.
that they would that they were assigned.
And
It
he
looks like
and he
yes,
would
ma'am.
always come to Parsonsburg, and he would stay a month
That's beautiful.
and have
That
choir
beautiful.
rehearsal and taught us all the songs. So I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
fortunate enough to get all the songs, hear from all the songs from Canyonland and from Aunt Wertha and Wertha Epps. And then I would get songs from St. Lola Parker, T. Lola Parker,
Yes, ma'am.
and we would also get songs from Boston, from Madeline Murray. So I
Well,
got a taste of all of the, songs,
yes, ma'am.
and I knew some of the old songs from either district.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So there are two individuals that you shared some information with me about, and I wanted to just kind of open the floor up to giving you that opportunity to share that with our Courses Lounge family. I do have a third person that we'll get to a little bit later on, and we'll kind of do them one by one. The first individual, and you sent me a beautiful photograph of her, was Saint Sweet Evelina Johnson. Saint Sweet Evelina Johnson. What can you tell me about her?
Well, first of all, St. Sweet Evelina Johnson was my husband's foster mother.
Just and who
He,
is your husband? Just for the sake of the record.
for the sake of the record, Elder Judah Nathaniel Roberts.
That's him. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And he was the 10th son of Elder Pearson Roberts, and Elder Pearson Roberts had 15 children. And it was St. Evelina Johnson who was in his tabernacle, and she promised Elder Pearson Roberts and his wife St. Estella Roberts that she was not she was childless, so
Okay.
she promised that she would take care of his children should anything happen to either of them. And it so happened that they passed like 1 year apart,
Okay.
and she
Okay.
took care of Saint Elder Judah Nathaniel and Brother James Roberts and the whole shooting match
Yes, ma'am.
after that. And she was a she was a person that joined the church back. I think it was back in 1904. She was the one that saw the prophet. She was a school teacher, and her husband was a professor. And her background was from Portsmouth. She was raised in Portsmouth by her parents. She went to Jersey City, and there she, was married to this professor, and they lived in a building that the different members of the church also lived.
Okay.
And so it was at this time that these two um, members of the church, women, who were walking through the hallway, they were saying, God has sent a prophet. Come out and see the prophet. God has sent a prophet. And so she, being this dignified lady, uh, she said, God sent a prophet. What kind of mess is that? I'm gonna go out here and see this prophet, and this is what she's telling her husband. I'm gonna go out there and write down everything that he says. So she went it was in Plainfield, the Reformers Hall,
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
and she sat way in the back of the building, and she sat there with a pen, and she was writing everything that occurred. And so the prophet got up to preach,
Mm-hmm.
and he got up to the podium and he looked back to her, and he said, "That's right. Write down everything I say, because one day you're going to be one of my secretaries." So she
Wow.
went home. She was going to make light of what occurred at the Reformers Hall. But she looked in the Bible and she saw that everything that the prophet had said was right there. She said,
Mm.
"Oh my goodness!" I'm going back again." So she went back again, and she joined the church,
Wow.
and they made her the first secretary of the choir.
Mm,
And
mm,
that was
mm.
I think it was back in, he said, 1904, and she did not receive her badge of honor until 1953.
Wow. It's almost
She
50
didn't
years of
know
working.
that she was supposed to have a badge. She didn't know she was supposed to have a rosette. I mean, how many of us would work in the church up from 1904 up until
The 50s. Yes,
1953?
ma'am. With no badge.
And
Mm, mm, mm.
she was honored to be presented with her badge of honor by Rabbi Levi S. Plummer. He was elder plumber at that time, and and that's how she worked. She was also a composer. If you look in some of the old
Yes.
uh, uh, songbooks,
Yes, ma'am.
you'll see Saint Sweet Evelina Johnson.
Mm.
That was her name, Sweet
Beautiful.
Evelina.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was the sister of Saint Alice Plummer. You'll see in the books
Yes, ma'am.
it has Alice M. Plummer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That it stands for Miller.
Okay.
That was her maiden name, Miller.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was married to Elder John S. Plummer, the
Mm-hmm.
scribe, who
Yes.
was also the first historian
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
church.
Look at that. Look at how the connection. Look at how all that connects.
That's right.
To you, Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm.
And so it so happened that after she joined the church, her parents, they didn't want her to be in this church. They called us kissing bugs.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Mm-hmm.
so they sent Alice, her sister, Alice Mills,
Mm-hmm.
to um, Jersey City to get her out of that church. And so she went up there to get her out of the church, and she took deathly sick.
Mm.
And so Saint Evelyn Johnson, she just didn't say anything. She nursed her back to health, and when she nursed her back to health, she joined the church, and she composed that song, "Stand Still and See the Salvation of God."
Lord
I
have
will fight for
mercy.
you if you hold your peace.
That's it.
And so that's how that song was composed. And she composed, many, many others. And like she
Yes,
was,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her catalog now in the songbook. So I see Charity. God sent Moses on, and this is Saint Alice Plummer, Saint Alice M. Plummer, as you said.
yes,
It's
sir.
right there in the songbook. Charity. God sent Moses unto Pharaoh. I want to be there with that number. Oh, spare me, Lord. Stand still and see the salvation of God. And she also wrote in the Singer's Oath, I
That's
will
right.
sing of mercy and judgment. That's St. Alice Plummer's
That's
catalog, at least the ones that are in the
that's
songbook.
right.
So that was a world of knowledge right there. So let's transition to the second individual. The second individual you sent me a photograph of was Saint Susie Adams. What
Yes.
can you tell me about Saint
Well, Saint,
Susie
Saint
Adams?
Susie Adams, I had a lot of information on her, but in moving, I mislocated it. But what I can remember from that information, Saint Susie Adams was one of the first orphans in at Belleville Whittleson Orphans Home.
Yes, ma'am.
Her mother passed, and she didn't know what to do with her sister. And so she read in the paper that there was a Belleville Whittleson Orphans Home, available. So she brought her here, and she left her here, and she grew up in Canyonland, and she became the one of the cooks for Bishop William H. Plummer,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and she sang in the choir and composed all these beautiful melodies down there, Lord, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's what I know of her.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Her musical catalog is so the ones that are in the book that are attributed to her. Awake, awake. God is our refuge and strength. I am the Lord. Lord, we remember our Redeemer. Then said I, lo, I come. Who is this that cometh from Edom? And that
Yes,
those
yes,
songs, right?
those
Every
are
single one of
beautiful,
those songs
beautiful
have fire
songs.
to them. Yes,
And I'm
every single one.
and I might add, in 19, I think it's 1975, we had Elder David Plummer and them had awards night,
Okay.
like Academy Awards,
Yes,
and she
ma'am.
won an award that night for having composed many of the many songs. At that time,
Wow.
she had quite a few songs that she had composed.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I think one of these she did in collaboration with Saint Virginia Bridie, and that just Lord have
Yes,
mercy.
yeah, well,
Lord have mercy. That's absolutely beautiful. So the third individual, you know fairly well. When you hear the name Brother James Roberts, District Chorister, what comes to mind?
well, what comes to mind is Forever and Ever.
Come on now, we will
No,
praise His
that
name.
song, I'm glad God left us a private. That was composed by he and his brother Ella Judah.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel that this song was composed through the obedience of them.
Yes, ma'am.
It was during the period around, I think it's around 1955, at the Passover. Rabbi A.C. Plummer, he was saying to the congregation, that we need to start going back composing our songs again. And so L. Roberts went back home along with his brother. And so they each was composing a song.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they couldn't get an ending to, Elder Judah couldn't get an ending to his song, and James couldn't get an ending to his song. So they said, well, let us combine the song.
Wow. So they weren't even man. So they weren't even
They weren't,
composing it together.
no, they did not compose that song together. Uh, uh,
Oh.
L. Roberts started off, I'm glad God left us a prophet to lead the army on. And I wish that they would sing, because when you get to his James's part, well, hey, that's the climax of the song.
Right.
The first is Elder Roberts.
Okay.
Second, God left us a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's Elder Roberts.
Okay.
And then James comes in with Praise Ye the Lord.
Got it. Okay.
And from then on.
Got it. So the first two are Elder Roberts, then the last three are Brother James.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. 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 We got it.
So they put that song together in that manner.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Beautiful piece to this day has brought joy and inspiration to the hearts of so many.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So many, so many. And just for the sake of the record here, I'm looking at some of Brother James songs, Brother James Roberts songs that are in the songbook. I think he has about 3 or 4. He has He Is My All in All. That's Brother
Yes.
James Roberts. Of course, we talked about I'm glad God left us a Robert. I'm glad God left us a prophet. And then Jerusalem is another one of his.
Shall be
He has a
inhabited again.
Yes,
Jerusalem
ma'am.
shall be inhabited again.
Absolutely, and he has a couple of other songs. I know one of them is "He'll Be There." He'll be there. That's the name. That's a beautiful piece there too.
If you notice some of his songs that he composed, it's got that beat that.
Lord have yes, sir. Yes,
He
ma'am.
was a jazz artist. He loved jazz as well.
Lord have mercy.
So
And it
I,
shows up
I
in
think he
all of
put
his
some of
songs.
his songs in that manner.
Beautiful.
And Brother James, he belonged to the Belleville Acapella Choir. Brother James, he would take off from his job to go singing with the chorus, because Rabbi A.C. Plummer, that was his means of getting funds, to help to carry the work on here.
Yes, ma'am.
And he said every time he would go, he would leave his job, but when he returned, he always had a job. So the Lord blessed him in
Yes, ma'am.
that manner.
Absolutely.
And he also listened to one of the songs. I composed a song, and
Yes, you want to give us a little taste of it?
well, the song is I composed too, but he helped
Yes,
me.
indeed.
He helped me with a song. Oh Lord, how excellent is thy name.
All right. Yes, ma'am. I like it already.
Oh Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. I will praise thee with my whole heart, mind, soul, and
Sure.
strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. I will praise thee with my whole heart. mind, soul, and strength. The host of heaven give him praise. Also, let's drop these a trickle and grandeur. The host of heaven give him praise. Also, let's drop these a tribute honor unto thee, O Lord. The
Yes.
name in all the earth. I will praise thee with my whole heart, mind, soul, and strength. I,
Say, Ruth,
I
come on down.
that song came to me while I was sitting in the choir on the Sabbath.
We gotta get this in the book.
It was,
Say, Ruth, gotta get it in the book.
well, I never presented, and I composed another song, but
And you want to sing a little bit of that, a
no,
little bit of that too?
well,
The floor is yours.
it's called "God Delivered Us."
All right.
God delivered us, our Redeemer, from their enemies who sought to destroy us. God delivered us, our Redeemer, through his prophet, priest, and king. Saints, you remember Rabbi Levi as he sat upon his chair. He told us that the church was in the intensive care. We did not understand then the words that he spoke, but God sent Rabbi Jehu who gave us new hope. Now we're in the upper room with God's prophet and king and grandfather Abraham. We're in the upper room. Oh yes, we're in the upper room with our prophet, peace, and king. We're in the upper room. Yes, we're in the upper room with grandfather Abraham. And that composed after I composed since I'm here in Belleville,
Yes, ma'am.
2003, and I presented it to Rabbi Jehu.
Yes, ma'am.
He said, God gave you that song, but I just have not.
Listen, St. Ruth, we gotta. I'm big on these new compositions because that song, especially the second one, that song is almost like a time capsule, right?
Yes,
It's like it tells about our history, right? And Rabbi Levi talked about some songs that are historical in nature, and that's definitely one that falls in that category because that was certainly, he certainly did say we were in
he
intensive
said,
care.
he said the church was in intensive care. He certainly did say it.
He said that was a verbatim statement from Rabbi Levi Solomon Plummer. So yeah, we need that song just to add to just our historical legacy that's encapsulated in our music. So that was beautiful. So kind of as we're wrapping up, I have two quick questions for you. Well, the last one you can answer however you like. You talked a little bit about, I think you said it was in the 50s when Rabbi, I think it was A.Z. Plummer, said that he wanted us to get back to
Yes,
composing our music. Do you remember anything
yes.
else he mentioned about that? Just in terms of,
No,
like our music
it
and
was
our
just at the
compositions?
time like people weren't composing songs, and we were singing the old song, and he said that there was a period in where people were just composing songs like mad.
Yes, ma'am.
And he said we need to go back to the old dispensation of composing our songs. And so Brother James and Brother Judah went home and tried to compose. That was
Amen.
song was developed through obedience.
Amen. Amen. And amen. I think that instruction is echoing even here in 2025. So yeah, that spirit of composition has not left us. We just want to make sure that we're developing, that tool and that instrument that we have. That's so much a part of our heritage here
Yes.
in the choir. So St. Ruth, without telling your age, how many years have you been in the choir? Roughly. Roughly.
All my life. I don't mind telling my age. I was put in the choir at 9 years old, and so I'm now 91.
The Lord is good. The
This
Lord
the
is
choir
good.
is my life.
Yes, ma'am.
I love the choir, and I love. Uh, well, prancing is my Sabbath aerobics,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
and what you don't use, you lose.
Correct.
So
Yes, ma'am.
that's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
That
Yes, ma'am.
singing in the choir is my life. I love to sing in the choir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so, kind of as the last question for you, St. Ruth, what words of encouragement can you give to this generation of singers and this generation of choir officers?
Well, all I can say is that you have to be supportive, you have to be obedient, and continue to foster the work of a singer. Be at your post and support everything that you are asked to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Be obedient and steadfast and unmovable,
Yes, ma'am.
always abiding
Yes, ma'am.
in the Lord.
Yes, ma'am. That's beautiful. I don't think we could have said it any better ourselves. And just also for the sake of the record, St. Ruth, I always like to bring in a little bit of, professional balance. What did you do professionally?
Professionally, I'm a professional registered nurse. I was
Yes,
a nurse for
indeed.
46 years, and I also set up a little group here in Canyonland for the benefit of taking care of the people and keeping, troubling the leader
Yes,
all the
ma'am.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked down here ever since 1952.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And I started a little group I called the BNA, the Belleville Nurses Association,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it was headed by Saint Eleanor Williams.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Eleanor Williams, yes, book out.
Yes, ma'am.
She was a registered nurse with her
Beautiful.
bachelor's degree, and
Yes,
I
ma'am.
I would gather up all the nurses from all the different tabernacles to come down and assist taking care of the people during the Passover so that the leader wouldn't have to, be bothered with it.
God bless you, St. Ruth. God bless you, St. Ruth. So, in addition
I
to
did that.
that,
I did that up until we had the open the phase one,
yes, ma'am.
and I had a little office over there,
Go ahead.
right there by the elevator, and we utilized that as the doctor's office until we moved over um, to the Centura nursing,
Yes, ma'am.
and we utilized that. Whatever we couldn't take care of, we shipped it over to Centura,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am. And
I had only was five of us. There was a sister from Providence. I can't remember her name. We had Saint Phoebe Person,
okay.
Saint Ruth Medley, and the girl from Marshall from Providence, and myself. And we
See,
took care of those people
God bless.
until
See,
we.
I didn't know. I knew
And
about
then,
some of those
and
things.
then
I
when
didn't know all of that.
we moved into phase one. We were lucky to have Dr. Robert Carey.
Carrie. Yes,
He
ma'am.
was the medical doctor, and Dr. Um, what's the guy's name? Medley.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Dr.
Dr. Caleb Medley.
Medley. He was the bone specialist. So we had it going on.
Look, and all these singers with all these extra talents. I
Yeah,
love it.
we had it
I love
going
it.
on.
And then, in addition to that, you were the chairperson of the credentials committee for years.
Oh,
So you've been a
since I was
staple.
18 years old.
Lord have mercy.
Eh,
Lord have, and that's something that I
and that was because I always liked to come to the assembly
yes, ma'am.
because I like the activities and whatnot. And so it was this particular assembly. Rabbi A.C. Plummer only had 10 people to start off the assembly. And it so happened that I was chosen to be on the credential committee by Elder Charles Yancey. And I had been on, I was, what, 18? And I've been on there ever since.
Lord have mercy.
And they
Lord.
they won't get rid of me.
They honored you with
They,
emeritus status. That's you.
they
You
honor-
got. You have the emeritus
but they
status. You
still
you
want
come to
me to
work when you
come.
want to. You come to work when you want to.
I
That's what
said
it means
I've
to be
been
emeritus.
I drew the bruise, Brent. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I think that that's so important just to show that in addition to being a singer, for the years that you've been a singer, you are also a well-rounded and just you have so many different skills that have been of benefit to the congregation. So, this has been an absolute pleasure. It's been an honor for us to welcome you and to salute you and to honor you and to give you this platform, just to share just a small piece of your story and your journey, in the congregation as a singer and in some of the other realms that you serve. St. Ruth. We're probably going to have to get you back because I know we didn't even really touch the tip of the iceberg. Just kind of dealt with a few things here today, but just thank you so much for what you represent to the choir, for what you represent to the congregation at large. And I'm just asking that the Lord continue to bless your memory, to continue to bless you with health and strength, to continue to allow you to serve in the place that is your first love, which is God's choir. And just thank you for being the inspiration that you are to just so many of us that have watched you throughout the years. And just for you being the person that's just given so many words of encouragement to us younger officers that are coming up. So we just thank you for what you represent, for who you are, St. Ruth. We love you, and we're looking forward to just having many more years of service with you. So anything to close us out with, St. Ruth?
well, I just want to say I thank you so much for thinking of me.
Oh, absolutely.
I just, I just do what I do, and I just pray that the Lord will continue to allow me to participate until my days are done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have many more days ahead of us. Many more days ahead of
Sure.
us. So God bless and keep you, St. Ruth. So YouTube family, thank you again for watching this episode. Continue to share the good news and glad tidings of joy. And we look forward to welcoming you again the next time the Courses
Yes.
Lounge opens its doors. God bless and keep you is my prayer.
Thank you so much for joining the Courses Lounge.
Important to you. Come on in and sit on down. Listen as we break it down. The choristers at the choristers lounge.